Happy Wednesday. We are back with Lucy Greer. Now, if you remember last Wednesday, we showed you a one-pot pasta recipe. We are continuing that trend with this week.
We are. Today we're doing a taco pasta.
Yum.
So I think I read one time that families eat tacos once a week or something like that.
I
Crazy.
totally believe it.
So I thought we could just kind of do a mix-up today and do a pasta dish. And actually, I was shopping at our Dauphin Street store over there for these ingredients, and our store director Ricky says that he does this, and he makes the taco meat and he does the pasta or rice, and then puts out all the toppings, and you can make your own. Like, you're making your own taco, but you're making a pasta dish or a rice dish. And I was like, okay, that is a really good idea.
Yep.
And since my kids are I don't know, that could get a little out of hand. I thought, hold on, let me just do this. So that is another idea. Ricky had an awesome idea with that. So this, you can do that, or you can do it like this, and we're just going to put everything in together.
All right, so what are we going to get started with?
So you could, of course, do the same thing with chicken, but I'm going to do ground beef today, or you can do ground turkey. So this is 1 1/4 pounds. I'm using ground chuck. You could use whatever you want. And you know, we're so lucky at Greer's because we still have butchers and market people in all of our meat departments, and so we still grind our own beef, and it's just the best quality. So and the great thing is, you know, that they're always there. There's somebody always in there. They can cut you something specific or help you get something specific. So if you are, people tell me all the time, I don't buy meat anywhere but Greer's.
Yeah.
So we really do an awesome job. So I'm just going to start with that really good ground beef, and then I'm going to add in some veggies, and I like to do this at the beginning so they have time to soften. I like to use the orange and the yellow bell peppers, or you could use red too, but again, I just wanted these mild sweet ones, so we're not going to use those green ones because I want the kiddos to not have any issues with the green peppers. And then I'm also using a purple onion, or red onion rather.
Colorful. I like it. So when we come back, what are we doing next?
Okay, we're going to add all our spices. Yep. And then we're going to add the liquids, and then the last, we'll add our pasta and let it cook in here.
All right, that's coming up on Studio 10 with Lucy. Happy Wednesday, continuing on with this taco pasta with Lucy. Where are we at next?
All right, we started with our ground beef and yellow and an orange and a little bit bell peppers and then a little bit of red onion. And now we're gonna add our spices.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna make it spicy because I want the kids to eat it. So I'm just gonna add the taco flavor. So I have a little bit of dried oregano and cumin and garlic powder. And then I have some chili powder and salt and pepper. So the chili powder isn't spicy. It just has, that smoky flavor. So I'm gonna add this in here. And this meat is just cooked through, so that's perfect.
Man, this is such an easy recipe. If you are busy, like most of us are throughout the week, this is definitely something you got to make.
Yes, I really, and the kids did like it, so I made this, and they liked it, so that was good. So I'm going to add 8 ounces of tomato sauce, and then I just have 1 jar of whatever salsa you like. I already had these, the chunks of bell pepper, so I opted for a salsa that everything was kind of chopped up really fast, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because I already had these chunks in there. And then I'm going to add 2 cups of vegetable stock.
I'm getting ahead of myself here, but do you put the pasta in there to cook?
Yeah, so we're going to do that too, like we did last week.
Yes.
Which I never do, and so this week I was just like, I've got to do that and test it out, and both of the recipes worked well. So this was just 2 cups of the veggies, and I have 1 can of black beans, so I have not drained and rinsed them yet, so over the break I'm going to do that before I add those in. And then, just like last week, we can use whatever pasta we like. My kids love the bow ties, and those were my favorite when I was little too. And they're still my favorite. I mean, they're the best shape. And so This is going to call for 12 ounces. This is a 16-ounce bag, so I'm going to open it and just put, you know, sometimes they're 12-ounce bags of pasta,
right,
and sometimes they're 16. So I'm just going to use 12 ounces of this. I'm just going to save a little bit back here in the bag. And like you said, we're just going to cook this in here. So I'm going to bring it up to a boil and then reduce the heat. And we are just going to let this simmer until the pasta is cooked through.
Yum. I'm all for the one pot pan.
I know.
The thing I hate the most after you cook like this delicious meal is like a sink full of dishes where you have to rinse them off and put them in the dishwasher. So Lucy has just made it really easy for us with 2 recipes, one last week if you missed it, and one this week. So coming up next with Joe, we're just going to add in those beans.
Yep, we're going to add in the beans and we're going to see this come together, and we can talk about different ways to top it.
Oh, fun. All right, that's next with Lucy and Joe on Studio 10.
Finishing things up with Lucy from Greer's today. And Lucy, this is an exciting fusion dish here.
It is. Our taco pasta.
Taco pasta.
Which I have never made this before, and we ate tacos a lot growing up.
Yep.
And we eat tacos, you know, kind of a good bit at our house. And so I thought, I was trying to think of something different. I was like, oh, what if we put it with noodles? And I made it the other night, and I like had the shredded cheese ready so they could be like, you know, anything that they can like put cheese on, you know, that
right.
I thought they'd be into. And so Nick said, is this chili? Because he loves chili. And I was like, it is pasta chili. So, you know, it's funny with kids when you're like, you never know like what reaction they're going to have to certain things.
Yeah.
And so you try to like, you know, walk, you know, real gently as to, you know, I could have been like, yes. And then he could have been like, I don't like chili anymore. You never know what they're going to say. But this did, and then it did kind of remind me of chili mac. We never had that growing up. Did y'all?
No.
But it's that kind of like type of thing. And, but just something good and different.
Our family story is one time my mom straight up lied to me. And if she's watching, she'll remember this. She told me that we were having chicken helper. Well, we started eating it, and it was tuna helper.
Oh,
and
no.
with my first bite, and I was like 9 or something, I was like, this isn't chicken, this is tuna. And she was like, yeah, but it's still good. I was like, you lied to me. So upset about it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah,
gosh.
you got to figure out how you're going to phrase things to kids, because sometimes, like, what was another example? I gave Eli something, and I told him it was a donut, but really it was something else. He's like, this is good, because he likes donuts.
Yeah.
But it wasn't exactly a donut. It was like a cheese. What are those breakfast things that I'm thinking of? They were like in a circle. Danish.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a Danish, yeah. So it's like the same thing. You just got to figure out how to market it.
How to market it is
Yeah.
right. So this one marketed, you know, pretty good with the kids,
Yeah.
and they can call it whatever they want.
Yes.
And it'll, you know, of course, thicken up a little more. So this was, if everybody didn't see the first 2 segments, ground beef and some yellow and orange bell pepper, a little bit of onion in there, and then we added a jar of salsa, a little bit of tomato sauce, and some vegetable broth. And then I just added, when we were talking, 1 can of black beans that I drained and rinsed, and then the pasta. So I like to use the bow tie pasta because they like that. And then Mick was saying earlier, you know, another good thing with the kids would be to line up any toppings. You know, let them do the cheese.
Yeah.
If they like sour cream, you know, you can put whatever it is on top. They asked for chips. Nick wanted tortilla chips with it, so I'm like, sure. You know, anything to get them going.
Great idea, quick, easy, delicious, and inventive today on Studio 10. All right, this is a recipe you're going to want to try for yourself. We'll have it online shortly. Lucy, thank you so much. I'm going to try to make this sometime.
Okay.
Perfect.